Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I wanted to skip this movie, but surprisingly, it turned out to be not quite what I expected. One of the characters literally says that we could learn socialism from ants. You might think that he does that ironically, but no, he is quite serious. Actually, the whole film is so straightforward in promoting socialism and violent revolution that, in a way, it sets the new high for the Marvel movie. Or since these ideas are, let's put it mildly, very debatable, and the execution of transmission of this message is so clumsy, it is probably not the new high, but more like the new low. The plot of Ant-Man 3, in the best fashion of the MCU, starts with inventing stuff that's convenient for the story, even if it defies any common sense. It turns out that the character of Michelle Pfeiffer, who was lost for like 30 years in the quantum realm, decides, for no apparent reason at all, to hide the truth about this micro-universe. In fact, it is inhabited by sentient species, including more or less mini-humans. They have an advanced civilization there, and so on and so forth. So it is not an uninhabited island of sorts. Also, there is a supervillain Kang trapped in this dimension, and for decades she tried to stop him together with the resistance fighters. Then all of the main characters get sucked into this quantum realm, and things happen. The roster of main characters now includes Ant-Man's daughter. She grew up and became an obnoxious activist, who is lecturing her father that while he's doing nothing, she's doing important stuff. The idea that her dad kind of saved the world, like yesterday, pops up but immediately ignored. So this extremely arrogant and toxic daughter, I'm gonna call her Toxic Avenger. So this wonderful person goes to some rallies, probably some BLM related stuff, when people just trash everything for the greater good, and gets in trouble with the police on a regular basis. Police is obviously evil. She's also good at science, because the MCU is filled with teenage geniuses, which pretty much never happens in real life. She has her Ant-Man costume and devices and uses them, for example, against the police. So now all of the family is in the quantum realm, and quantum realm looks quite gorgeous. There is some serious work from the art department, and CGI is usually stunning. It's a shame they waste all of this on a seriously flawed story. So yeah, Ant-Man 3 is not as atrocious as some reviewers say. The quality is comparable to that of Everything Everywhere All at Once or Wakanda Forever. Meaning, yes, it is quite bad, but it is watchable. Nice moving pictures here and there. Even though the quantum realm is probably huge, the characters obviously land pretty much exactly where the story wants them to appear. They just got lucky, what a coincidence. Or bad writing. They are split in a couple of groups, they travel amid the fantastic scenery, and everything looks like a nice and cozy film for kids, a fairy tale. The problem here is why this cartoon for 5-year-olds talks so much about political activism and the need for rebellion against the authorities. The Toxic Avenger character immediately finds some group of individuals she considers oppressed and demands to start helping them at all costs, despite the fact she knows nothing about them. She's been there for like 10 minutes. Maybe they eat babies. How do you know? But no, we must save them and fight the tyranny everywhere we find one. And swear allegiance to a local rebel, a brutish, rude, and stupid woman pretending to be a man. A very popular type of a socialist grunt. You probably think I'm exaggerating. No, I'm not. So they are fighting this dictator Kang, who conquered the whole realm and apparently built all the infrastructure there. The enemies are some soldiers dressed in black and blue, and the choice of colors probably implies that these are the police authorities. Screenwriters decided to play symbolism all of a sudden. Kill the cops, don't ask questions. The enemies are obviously totally dehumanized. You can kill them by thousands, demolish whole city blocks, etc. No second thoughts, no nothing, just pure massacre, even if you don't know the political situation. Just follow the lead of a brutish commissar. She knows best. The rebels, and yes, the rebels literally scream revolution. So the rebels are kind of overpowered eventually. But then the ants appear to save the day, like literal ants. That's the ants that the character of Michael Douglas sent down to the quantum realm. Since the time flows differently there, ants evolved into an advanced militaristic civilization, which leads to this brilliant phrase of the character. Socialism may be a charged word, but we've got a lot to learn from them. Yeah, from mindless insects. Be an insect, follow the orders. So the invasion army of the ants destroys everything, and, well, I'm pretty sure that the ants devoured half of the rebels after the movie ended. No, seriously, it all looks like an attack of the Tyrannid hive. You know what I mean if you've heard a thing or two about Warhammer 40k. And the literal Tyrannid hive is something we must learn from. That's the idea of the filmmakers. So, what have we learned from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania? Socialism is a charged word. Learn socialism from ants. Join the hive mind, you're gonna love it. Start the revolution everywhere you go. Killing the police is okay. Overthrow the US government. That's one hell of a list, especially for a movie produced by Disney and written by a screenwriter from Rick and Morty. In the end, don't miss this film, it's hilarious. For all the wrong reasons, obviously. A movie with a $200 million budget instigates the revolution and outright civil war, first and foremost in the country of its origin. I think Ant-Man 3 definitely deserves a couple of Oscars.